Welcome to part 3. So you want to make a GIF tutorial with Heidi Hansen, how to set up a free GIF library account. This is part of a larger presentation that I gave earlier this month on how to make a GIF, which I am uploading in separate sections to make it easier for you to kind of watch in chunks whenever you're ready to get to those various steps. One of the first things you're going to want to do is set up a place where you can store the things that you've created. I like to use GIF libraries. I use both Tenor and Giphy to store the GIFs that I make, in addition to saving them on my disk drives, on my computer, flash storage, in the cloud, in my photo library, basically copies of copies of copies. Back things up for sure. Why do I like GIF libraries? Well, A, they're free. B, it's perfect place to store things when you are away from your computer. My GIFs are really large and they're high resolution, and so they are oftentimes too big to store on my phone when I'm away. So I save a smaller version that I upload to a GIF library for myself to use, or for sharing, and also for you to use whenever you want to use them. So that's why I like GIF libraries. The reason why I use the two that I'm going to talk a little bit about today is just that I think that they offer some great features, though they do have each of them have some cons, which I discussed earlier in part 1 in the slide deck presentation, which you can go back and watch. But anyway, let's get to setting them up. Okay. So what you're going to need is, I like to set things up on my desktop. I'm a big desktop user. I prefer it over iPads or phone just because I'm an old and I like to do things old school. It's just easier for me. So if you were to search GIF makers, you're gonna, a whole bunch come up, and I've discussed some of the good ones, or the ones that float to the top, and I've also used previously in the past to make GIFs. Giphy, Easy GIF, like every time you do it, a different one is at the top. I like Giphy. Giphy is perfect for beginners. Why Giphy? Well, a GIF library like Giphy or like Tenor, for example, they have 3 benefits. Benefit number 1 is you can upload content that you've created and then store it for you to use later. 2, other people have uploaded things to it, so then you can go in and search for things and use those GIFs. It's a library after all, and you can find great things that brand accounts have created. So it's the official sources of a particular thing that you might like, that you want to use, and verified users. And so that's a thing that you can find on Giphy. And then 3 is that you can create GIFs. You can use their GIF maker that they have baked into it, and all of this is free. So it's a triple threat, which is perfect. Tenor also has these same features available to you. You can create GIFs, although their GIF maker is less exciting, but it still exists. You can upload things that you've made, and you can also then store things and search for other things and content that you want to use and drop into the various social media sites that you like, for example. Giphy and Tenor, they're both available to use on Mac and Android, so that's a plus. You don't need a specific ecosystem to use them or a particular thing. You can use them on a phone and or a desktop. So for the sake of now, we're going to set it up via the desktop. And it's just going to ask you kind of the normal things that when you set stuff up, they're going to ask you. I would recommend also, if you haven't already, take advantage of your password manager that you might have on your device. Apple already comes with a password manager. Or if you have a large family that uses various passwords, look into doing a password manager subscription through a service. And that's what I do with my family, and it keeps all of us on the same page. So you fill in all the things, and then you can have your account. And then you fill in kind of information that you want people to find you, or how they, not find you, but a little bit about yourself if you choose to. And then just start uploading the things that you have created. And this would be the same, I would say, the same recommendation with Tenor or any GIF library. I do have one little bit of etiquette I would recommend. Please do not upload to your GIF library something that someone else has created. Because GIF libraries are shareable, someone might go to your account, see a GIF that they like, and assume that you created it, and then start sharing it. And that might not be the case. You might not have created it. So but what GIF libraries do offer, same with Tenor, is that if you do find content that someone has created that you really like, you can favorite it. So we could go to a show that we like. Did I spell it right? Ugh. And find a, why is there volume? Find a GIF that we like, that someone else created, and then I could favorite it. And then I go to my favorites, and then it's there for me to use anytime I want. And it's right in my account. And it's no different than the section that I have on my account where I upload content. And other people can go and find the stuff that I've made and favorite it the same way. Same with Tenor. You can go in, click on a little heart, and save content that someone else has made. How do you find something that someone has made? Well, if people tag correctly in a GIF, so let's just look up you will see where that person uploaded it before you post it. You can click on that and it'll open a direct, it'll give you a link that you can copy and paste. And it'll show you who created it. And then if you want, you can copy the image and paste it for you to use for the tweet. And that is a good way to find out who made a thing on the Twitters, for example. There's not really much to this part of the presentation other than just showing you that you can do it here, and also you can do it using your mobile device. Everything is available to you in your app stores. And what's great about this is a lot of them, like Tenor or Giphy, they even have keyboard extensions or separate keyboard apps. So then you can just download it directly. And once you've created it, now you have your library where you can start going in and uploading your content that you have created to it. So you can use it at any time and your friends can use it at any time if they know what your account is. And then you have your favorites that you have saved that you can use when you want to. Later in this tutorial, I'll show you how to actually make a GIF using Giphy. One trick that I've noticed that I think is interesting is sometimes when you post a thing, a GIF appears blurry. So here's a GIF that I made, and I uploaded it to Tenor, and I want to share it, and I want to tweet about it. And I post it, and it looks super grody. And I know I've seen it float around the Twitters, and I go, oh gosh, I need to correct that. Well, I could, and that would just be a lot of time on my hands to go in and make the file size smaller. And it's just a lot of energy that I don't want to do. But it's not just my GIFs, it's also GIFs that other people have made that have been created and then posted. And then because file size is basically a game of telephone sometimes. How do I explain this? So when you upload a thing, if you create a GIF from scratch and you have it running on your computer, a lot of times it is, mine sometimes are often 10 by 25 pixels wide, and they might be 15 megs in size, and that's really big. And sometimes when I upload it directly from my desktop after I've created it to Twitter and I tweet it out, it looks great. The minute I upload it to a GIF library, there's a level of a compression that happens to it. So it slightly shrinks what I've created. And then when someone then goes into the GIF library, finds it, and posts it, again, there's a second level of compression that happens. So it shrinks, it compresses, it starts pixelating it even further, till eventually it looks blurry. One of the ways to get around that is to go directly to the source of where it is. So here it is. I might copy it or save image as, save it to my desktop so then I can use it later. And now if I copy or paste it and post it in, it's thinking because it's so big, but it's much sharper than it was before. So that is how you at home can grab something that you've used in the past that you've noticed and you questioned yourself, why does it look so blurry? That is one way to solve that problem. Hopefully that's something that helps you out. So anyway, that is the end of this part of the tutorial. We'll go over more in part 4 on making an actual GIF, the exciting stuff. So it's kind of a beginner tutorial. So if you're brand new at making a GIF, stop by on part 4 and we'll make the magic happen. Thanks for watching.